Okay, I'm asking about what's going on at the hospital. The first three cards are interesting. So the first thing at the center of it all, and this is one of those real short reads, is about sharing information, sharing about what? Medicine, medical things being shared. And I would say with some of this would be, drinking. So some of this would be medication, talking about medication and what's being shared. And coming into it, they are investigating. They're investigating his medications. They're investigating other things that are going on for what? Long term. Slow moving, long term investigations into his medical. So let's see what we have above it. Above it, there is an agreement. An agreement when it comes to sharing with the foundation of how to move him forward. What can they do? And this is the mental realm, okay? And they're in the water, okay? Mental realm, circulation at stuff, an agreement going on, and looking at his medications and stuff. This is also his mindset, where things are moving to. So let's see what we have in the investigations above it. Yeah, the abundance of things and what's being birthed, what's coming out of it. There is an agreement when it comes to his leadership abilities, okay? An agreement about his leadership abilities and what's coming, what's being birthed, the abundance of things. And they're all on the same page with this. So let's see, the foundation mentally, no. Okay? This is all the mental realm. Investigations into his mental state. Okay? And how this is affecting him, also his body. So it's about, again, this strong ideas, long-term, about his leadership abilities. Underneath of it, delusional, and what end of life things. So that is not good. That's not good. You saw me pull the cards right here. Coming into it about his delusion, his fantasy, and looking at his demise, the end. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean his physical demise, although I would say this is saying that he is rapidly coming to an end point. Okay. And again, the foundation, mentally, he's going downhill, the body's going downhill, they're trying to ferry him across. And again, this is all about his mental state. The transformation in his hardcore mental state and where things are moving to, the investigation about his medications, etc., long-term concrete happenings, looking at what's being birthed. There is a coming together, an agreement about his what? Leadership capabilities. So, everything in there is about his mental state. Okay. Now, I would say they might be concerned as well about having strokes, the dementia, those things, or where things are moving forward in that boat mentally because of the circulation. Okay. He's in the boat on the water. It's about the mental state, concerned with his Circulatory, again, I get vascular dementia going on. And this could also be affecting his heart. Although I didn't get the card for the heart and things, but I think they're more concerned about his mental state. Okay? His mental decline. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see if the cards are right or wrong. You know what? I'm going to pull some other cards and see what's underneath of it all. I'm going to use the regular Lenormand, and we'll look and see what it has to say, what's underneath of all of this. So let's see what it says. At the center of it, underneath all of this, the cross to bear, the difficulty at hand. Okay, coming into it, where things are moving to, the difficulties with this, where it's moving to, the other side at a crossroads, okay? They're reaching a critical crossroads point with this. Above it, the whip in hand, yeah, again, the difficult thing that they have to say with this when it comes to the head in the clouds, again, his dark mentality, his ongoing ideology of toxicity that's coming even more frequent now, and his delusion, the head in the clouds, his delusion. When it comes to Trump, the star card, Trump, where things are moving with him, and the fallacies, the lies, the fishtails. And also the fish can be about an abundance of something, an abundance at the crossroads, about his lies, the spins. So this is, again, coming together in an alliance, the marriage, you know, the things that they've got going with Trump, and things being cut at the crossroads. Cutting some of this alliance. I think they're getting to the point, yeah, because it's shedding a light, coming into it, shedding a light, doing investigation on what going forward, his toxicity, okay? The toxicity that's coming out of this. So this is getting, they're worried about this is getting critical. They see his ongoing mental decline, okay? And when it comes to their continued marriage or their continued alliance to help him with the dark drama, his delusion, that's getting cut, okay? So that's getting cut. Now, the reading I did this morning says he's going to lean on them to put out a lie and a spin. But we have the light going into this where it's moving, the cross to bear, the difficulty at a crossroads with his what? Toxicity. Above it, we have Trump. We have his whip. You know, he's ongoing with his abusive nature. And it's about his finance, about his lies, his deception, his, you know, the ongoing abundance of drama that's going on with him. So what's going on at the hospital today is mostly the major concern about his mental health. Like I said, I keep getting that it's a vascular type of a dementia. And it can also be the vascular, it's about his circulation, could be affecting the heart as well, but they're more concerned about his mental state, because what keeps coming up in the reading is swords, 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 and that's all the mental realm. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.